Pada Saucham Janakalma Sapaham Sadharmani Adahat Sumangalam Yateva Devo Gidishas Chandra Maulir Dadara Mutla Paraya Chapatya. Lord Shiva, the best of the demigods, who carried on his forehead the emblem of the moon, receives on his head with great devotion the Ganges water emanating from the toe of Vishnu. Being aware of religious principles, Bali Maharaj knew this. Consequently, following the footsteps of Lord Shiva, he also placed on his head the water that had washed the Lord's lotus feet. Lord Shiva is known as Gangadhara, or one who carries water of the Ganges on his head. On Lord Shiva's forehead is the emblem of the half moon. Yet to give supreme respect to the Supreme Personality of Godhead, Lord Shiva places the water of the Ganges above this emblem. This example should be followed by everyone, or at least by every devotee, because Lord Shiva is one of the Mahajanas. Similarly, Maharaj Bali also later became a Mahajan. One Mahajan follows another Mahajan, and by following the Parampara system of Mahajana activities, one can become advanced in spiritual consciousness. The water of the Ganges is sanctified because it emanates from the toe of Lord Vishnu. Bali Maharaj washed the lotus feet of Vamanadeva in the water with which he did so became equal to the Ganges. Bali Maharaj, who perfectly knew all the religious principles, therefore took the water on his head, following in the footsteps of Lord Shiva. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Namo Vishnu Padaya Krishna Prasthaya Bhutale Srimati Bhaktivedanta Swami Nityanande Namaste Saraswati Devi Gauravani Vichari Devi Vishesha Srimati Namaskar Vishwakari Sri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Gadadhar Shivasati Gaura Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama Hare Rama Rama Rama. Srimad Bhagavatam is Sriman. Sri is the most beautiful of beauty. It is Bhagavad Gita. So as soon as you say Sri, that is the most precious. Sriman, the most beautiful story of the Supreme Personality. When the Lord, to please the Devas and to recover their terrain, asked 3 steps of land from Bali Maharaj, he knew very well what he was doing. And with the first step, he covered the entire sphere. With the second step, he went all the way to the end of the universe and poked a hole into the covering of the universe, which is a very big covering. It's described in Srimad Bhagavatam that each one is like 7 times thicker than the previous level. Anything, we poked a hole there, and some drops of the cosmic ocean came in from there, touching, washing his lotus feet, and that came down to the heavenly planets as the angels came. That's how the water came into this world. Well, you can imagine. Everything is unimaginable. And even though it's unimaginable, in your eyes can show you when you're watching the James Webb telescope and or other Hubble telescope, when you're watching the images which are transmitted from those instruments, you can simply fade. That is the visible cosmos. What about the invisible cosmos? That where they cannot reach, like we cannot reach. Hardly we can see the Milk Street. Hardly. Some very dark nights, maybe clear sky, all of a sudden you see that there's this, like a Milk Street, and it's made of billions and billions of stars. And that Milk Street in the cosmos is just insignificant, like a cloud somewhere. A cloud, cosmic cloud of millions of stars. So everything which has to do with the Supreme is Supreme. Now you want to put the Supreme in your little peanut brain, chickpea brain. That's where you want to put the universe and who made it and how he made it and when he made it, everything you want to put in your teeny brain. Proposal rejected. No access, what they say in the computer, access denied. You have no access here. What does it mean? Am I not allowed to know anything? Am I condemned to be ignorant of the cosmic secrets? Then the answer is given. If you have full faith in the Vedas and in the words of the spiritual master, then the very secrets of the transcendental nature and everything will be revealed to you within your heart. Within your heart, you will be able to fathom. It's a kind of a fathom. It's not a seeing with your eyes. You all of a sudden realize, yes, Vasudeva Bhagavati Bhakti Yoga Prayochita Yanayati Asuvaila Yam Yana Jaya Ahaitika. The knowledge of anything, it will be revealed to you when you need it. When you practice Bhakti Yoga diligently, when you're serving the spiritual master, then these things all of a sudden become available to you. And you don't know how. You don't know how the divine is being manifested in you. Mother Yasoda, she saw the universes in Krishna's mouth and everything, and then she saw herself looking in the mouth of Krishna, inside of the mouth of Krishna, and she went like, oh. And she almost fainted. And then Krishna closed the mouth and he said, Neya, now you know I did not eat any clay. I think I'm getting fever. I think I'm having visions. Sometimes we have visions. Have you had visions? Like sometimes you are talking and thinking, and all of a sudden you have another vision coming up in your mind. Almost like a cinema projector. And you say, where this image is coming from. And maybe that image is happening somewhere else, and it's being transferred by telepathic powers. Dreams are like that. In the dream, sometimes you dream things from your past. Sometimes you dream things about your karma. Sometimes you have spiritual dreams. Even the Guru and Krishna can appear in your dream. So the dream world is also a very interesting world. Where does the dream world access information? From your subconsciousness or from the subconsciousness of the universe? If you're dreaming of the spiritual master or dreaming of Krishna, that's not in your brain, it's not in your memory, so it has to come from outside. So even in your dream world, you can have access to worlds which you otherwise normally don't have access to. So all this is magic. You have to understand. Infinite. Everything which comes from the Supreme Lord is absolute. And even this phenomenal world full of difficulty is an absolute purpose to fulfill. In other words, in Spanish we say, there is not such a bad thing which will not come for a good reason. It may be bad, but it's a good reason behind it. There's many stories. Many stories. Gopal Band's story, a classical one. Gopal Bandi was always